At our home, I've moved from TVs to using projectors in the home, and today we're checking out the latest from JMGO. Check this out. They have a screen that can automatically lift up with an ultra short throw projector down there to have an awesome screen. A huge thank you to JMGO for sponsoring this video. I'm going to show you the latest tech that they have, which I haven't seen in other projectors in the home that have solved many of the problems I have. Let's get started. First up, let's start with the N3 Ultimate. Now, this projector on the back here, you have all the ports you need. You have an eARC HDMI as well as a regular HDMI and a USB, where you could plug in an Ethernet dongle if you want to use that, which is really cool. But one of the cool things about this is you can gimbal the projector from your seat or wherever you're sitting. So sometimes maybe you set up the projector, it's not perfectly aligned. Well, if you hold down the button here on the remote, you then have the option to manually gimbal it just by tilting the remote. I can turn it left and right to line it up where it needs to go, and then you can have auto keystone take over to get it perfectly aligned. But that is something that is so unique that I haven't seen on any other projectors. Now, a few other things about the N3 Ultimate. This is the first tri-laser projector that also has the gimbaling as well as the ability to have the auto keystone. So it's cool that all that tech is built into here. Now, a few things we're showing off in here is the 5800 ISO lumens. Now, we're in a big convention center with bright lights, so this isn't gonna be as good as you experience it at home, but here we have the nice bright light over here. And then this is also showing the keystone. So it's not only just adjusting the keystone and zooming in to a part of the wall, but this is actually using a lens shift technology. So it's able to take the screen from down here and shift the lens to move it up here, so you're not losing out on the pixels. It's using all the pixels from the projector and still displaying them fully, depending on if you're using a 100-inch screen down here or the 70-inch screen up here at the top. So there you can see it automatically aligned. And over here, you probably didn't notice, it didn't move at all. So that's really cool that it didn't even have to adjust, but it can do all that right within the lens. Now, if you do need to adjust it, you will have to use the remote like I showed, but that's great that you can get that perfectly set up and then have the auto keystone take over to get it aligned perfectly on the wall. The lens shift is able to adjust plus or minus 130% vertical as well as plus or minus 53%. So that is quite a wide range that is able to move around without even adjusting the gimbal. Now let's take a closer look at the image quality. I did shut the curtain here so we have a better image of the color. Now I did have to turn down my exposure on my camera to display this properly, so that's a good indication of how bright this actually is. Now the MALC 3.0 tri-laser optics in this are pretty stunning. Now I'll have to do a full video more about that, but first impressions look really nice. The N3 also supports the other latest standards. We have HDR10, Dolby Vision, Dolby Audio, as well as it has Netflix certification, so you don't have to worry about getting that some way. It is built right in out of the box. Now this does run on the Google TV platform, so you'll be able to get all your favorite apps as well. This lens shift is also possible because of the 0.88 to 1.7 optical zoom. So instead of, again, it's zooming in on the picture and losing pixels, it is able to utilize that shift to be able to zoom in and out without having a degrade in picture quality. Now the JMGO N3 Ultimate is kind of the perfect option for my house because I have a large room where I can have the projector across, and so I can adjust the size that way. You could have it go from about 120 inches to easily up to 300 inches if you really wanted to, and still look really great. But if you don't have as much room in your home and you want it kind of closer to the wall like a typical TV, let me introduce you to the O2S Ultra, which is an ultra short throw projector. Let me explain what that's like. So here we have the O2S Ultra. Now I've never talked about ultra short throw projectors, but is how this works is the projector is right here and it's going to display right onto the wall above it. So even if you're just 6 inches away from the wall, it can project a screen up to 100 inches big, which is so cool that you can have this awesome projector system in a compact system here. So there you can see where the light is going to come out of. And then here on the back, we have all the ports that I'd love to have on a projector: optical, LAN port, USB, as well as HDMI 1 and an eARC port. So plenty of options there for whatever you need. And then one of the things this has is 3600 ISO lumens, as well as the 4K Ultra HD. So you're still getting really high quality, very bright. And let's go ahead and check out the screen that you can get bundled with this to have the ultimate projector experience in your home. So here we have the O2S Ultra paired with the floor rising screen. So here as we turn that on, the projector on, it's automatically going to have the screen rise from the floor. So this is great. We love having projectors because it takes that big black TV off the wall, but this even takes that to the next level where you have an awesome screen, but it's hidden during the day, and at night you can bring this up, 120-inch screen to have a nice big display. And here you can see that Google TV interface. So as we go through, we can choose whatever show is being shown, or you have all the different apps available as well. Now, when we have these paired together, one of the other cool things that we can do is fireplace mode. So when I enable that, it's going to take the floor rising screen down to a little bit lower level, and then it's going to turn on this fireplace in the front of your room so you have a nice cozy feel. This looks really cool. This is gonna be great for those cozy nights. And then when you're done, you can easily exit and it will go back to full projector mode. And like the N3 Ultimate, the O2S Ultra also has the same standards of HDR, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, DTS:X, and it has Netflix available as well, which is great to see out of the box. Now there is one more projector here I want to show you. This is the PicoPlay Plus. So this is so cool. These are 3 different components built into one. So here you have your projector at the top. You have your little gimbal here that can be 88 degrees on your wall where you want to adjust it. It is 1080p, but very compact, like how that works. Then here you have a battery pack. So if you want to take this on the go, simply plug this in to there, and it has a mount there that you can easily attach it to. This can also come off, so if you want to just use this without the stand, you have that option. And then here you have a tripod, which is a pretty cool tripod, very solid. That's about how tall it goes there, but another option from JMGO that's available. Now, there's really some awesome projectors coming out here from JMGO, so make sure you check out the links down in the description below to learn more. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.